Hey everybody, it's your old pal John. Welcome to the History Buff channel. Today we're going to be, this is James, a guy named James, and what he does is he is apparently going to be, he interviews people about things. So, my understanding is he's American, so I don't know that he's going to get truly honest answers, but hopefully they will. I guess. What do English people think about America? So this is the first question. I got 27 seconds in. I finally got, okay, here's what happens. I think he asks questions and then to a bunch of people. All right. So, and then another question, then another. Okay. Interesting.
No, I haven't.
No, not yet, but definitely will.
I have been, yes. I've been twice. 3 times. Thrice.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, family holiday.
Right, okay.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, I've been to Florida.
Yes.
I've been to America before, yep.
I went to Florida when I was about 16, did all the theme park stuff. Absolutely loved it.
Yes, I have. Chicago.
Never. Really want to. Never been.
Yeah, I've been to New York City.
No.
Okay. Most people go to Florida for vacations. It is a beautiful place to go. Florida has become... It used to be a great place to go during the winter. They were called snowbirds. People that would go down to Florida during the winter. My mom had a place down there, and it's changed. Now with like YouTube, you kind of see with YouTube you see the dumb of all the people. I say that knowing I'm making a YouTube video, reaction video at that, but you kind of see. Yeah, sort of people just acting a little dumber. And they're, when you see that, a lot of people go, oh, I bet they're from Florida. All right, what do you think about America? I assume
There's a
the
lot of
place?
takeaway food.
Oh, okay.
I think growing up, I always thought America was a very similar place to the UK. Clearly, that was very different.
That's fair, yep. For me, I always see like America is almost like the bigger version of England. Like you do things bigger than us. You obviously have the
The dude's doing the, I forget what it's called.
Super Bowl, the halftime show. All of it's like huge. A lot of like musical inspiration and sort of style.
I'm sorry, the guy back there. He's got ADD.
Always starts in America usually and then comes over to us. I know we got our little bits going on as well in London.
We got the sauce. South London represent.
Yeah, no, we really love America. It does feel as if you're walking around on a movie set the whole time. Yeah, it was absolutely
Really?
fantastic. Like we went on family holidays to Florida, and I got adopted by so many American couples when I wandered off on my own. It was amazing.
It's like I see America as really divided. So like parts of it, like the coasts, I would definitely go to and would love to go to. But yeah, like middle America, like not really.
I went quite a bit of time ago, like 5 years. So it was kind of good, but like at the moment, all I know is Donald Trump, I'm not going to lie. So
Yeah.
that's not, I don't like it.
The food portions were enormous. Ate a
Yeah.
lot for breakfast and like always, so we were always like amazed at how much food there was available for everyone to eat. The biggest impression was the healthcare thing.
You're
Oh.
blessed as a country that you've got so many different cultures, so many different types of people, so many different races and backgrounds come into like a big melting pot, and that's what we share as country. So I think patriotic is the big thing though for me though. I think it's like a thing where like you actually have like a kind of a connection with your flag and your country that like not many countries actually do.
You know what? And if I could just speak on that for a second, and this is important. This is really important. In general, a lot of people do have this feeling of patriotism, and for whatever reason, you may think, but the bottom line is, one, it depends on where you are geographically. Two, it depends what your background is. And you take those two into consideration, and like if you're in the South, and you're, say, maybe you're black in the South, you've got your own idea of what being a patriot or being an American or why you love it means to you, and it's going to be completely different if you're a white person and you live in the Northwest in Oregon or Washington. area, and it's also going to be different if you're in Southern California, or if you're in Midwest, or if you're like Hispanic in West Texas, or if you're from Maine or Massachusetts. It's all going to be a different representation, because America's just, one, the geography is completely different wherever you go. Number two, the diversity is different wherever you go. The Southwest has a different diversity and culture than the Northeast, Southeast, Central. It's all different. So you get all these different people when you think that we're always like fighting. We honestly are, but we're all coming from different points of views. So, there is that. But the one thing that does bring us all together is that we do love the country, but for different reasons. And so it's a very weird, and it's a very weird time right now. And it was very weird when this was out, because I think Donald Trump was in office. And I think people are now, it's taking people a while to see through that, and I don't know why. But he does speak to certain people. I won't deny that.
I think parts of it are cool. I quite like Florida, New York, the idea of the West Coast, but I think there's parts of America which I just do not agree with. The Deep South, that sort of places, Trump territory, I think is absolutely crazy out there.
It was so cool when I went. There was a jazz festival going on. I'm really into music, so that was amazing. Lots of incredibly large portions of pizza, which was really cool. So I really loved it.
I imagined being this amazing buzzing place, kind of full of energy and a real love of life somehow, a bit more than maybe we have here. Big portions comes into it, big portions of food.
As America on a whole, I don't know, it's hard to judge. I think it's very varied.
For me, I have to see it for myself. I can't really say. I've just heard too many mixed reviews, so I got to find out when I get there.
So, by the way, there's a phrase that came out of a poem one time, and it said, go to New York one time, but leave before you get too hard, like before you get too hardened to being, unopen, not an open person. And then go to Northern California one time and leave before you get too soft. And it's a very interesting way to say that America is very diverse. So wherever you go, you tend to become part of that area.
The accent is louder than us English people. We're known to be quite quiet when we talk, whereas Americans are usually pronounce over you. Just the big, very confident, I would say.
I love ADHD guy in the back right there. He's got my attention. I guess that's why I have ADHD now.
Slightly disappointed since Trump.
Yeah.
Saying that we can't really talk with Brexit, so.
I think the interesting bit for me is that.
First of all, gotta make mistakes. It's just the way things go. Just the way things go. We all make mistakes, and some have more repercussions than others, so we hear about it more. But
they kind of think America's the center of the universe.
Yeah. so true.
There's not a lot of understanding of what happens in the rest of the world. And I think I'm the most.
You know what? I do want to say something about that. One of the neat things about being British and learning your history is that what I understand and what most Americans don't, is that Great Britain and some of Europe has colonized the world, the modern world, all over the globe. I mean, you're talking, again, I think we said in another video, it was 25% of the globe was colonized by Great Britain at one time. Maybe it was up to 30%. So when you guys learn your history, you're learning the history of your empire, for good or for bad. We all have that in our history. However, in America, we look at it as sort of, we have a history of a new continent. And so we kind of focus on that. Afterwards, I think, people are like, I don't know which king did what, or queen. It's kind of an afterthought, because you can get everything kind of in the world and within America. It's almost contained to its own right. So it's a very weird thing, but I do respect the history of the the British Empire.
So happy and so willing to talk to everyone. No one on the tube talks to each other. It's not a thing. So many Americans start up conversations on the tube. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool as well.
They seem really bubbly and nice, to be honest. Like, yeah, they seem really comfortable, like outgoing and stuff.
I think they're open like to like change and like sexuality, things like that. But it's just like the other small side that are just hate, full of hate and stuff.
I'd say the first word is loud, as a sort of like general description. Very friendly, like charming, and want to know about you and get involved. Where sometimes some people would some other places would step back, so they don't step back from putting themselves out there. I feel having certain expectations based on their lifestyle of other cultures or countries.
I think they're very, very friendly. They can be overbearing sometimes.
I think of the word awesome. I hear also a lot of my American colleagues say awesome a lot. So awesome. Yes, exactly. Very enthusiastic and like very positive in a way that I think English people are not. So.
Yeah,
we are very positive in general because we do believe, and I don't think it's false, but we do believe that we can become successful if we want to. And yeah, there are a lot of reasons for that, I guess, but yeah.
Nailed it. Enthusiastic and loud, maybe slightly. I think, but in a positive way.
Yeah, a lot of them are quite loud. Speak their mind, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of them eat too much.
I mean, they're pretty loud wherever you go. There's you can hear them a mile away. It's not to say that they're bad people. I guess it's just different culture, different way of doing stuff. If they live here for a while, you'll understand that there's a few do's and don'ts, but otherwise they're fine. They're not hurting anyone.
Well, what's something you like?
I think Americans are very positive, and I think often we lack that here. So positivity.
Okay.
Sometimes too much.
Music. Music, and food.
Yeah, music as well. Yeah.
It's good at being American.
Okay.
So like it's good at having its national identity. Maybe it's not something that's felt across the whole if you go into the country, that people have different ideas of what it means to be American or not and all that kind of thing. So I'm just speaking from an outsider perspective.
She nailed it. No matter where you go, it's going to be completely different. From one state to another, from one region to another, it's completely different. But yeah, that's what it kind of means to be an American. You'll have one mix in one place and one mix in another place, and it's completely different. But that is ultimately what makes America. And the positivity are the people who realize that to make the United States work or America work, we have a diversity. I mean, immigrants came here. That's what made the country, for the most part. And if you don't accept it, that there are people that are all different walks of life all around you, well, then it's just not going to work. And it took us a long time to realize that. A lot of hate and then a lot of acceptance. So you have to be kind of positive to make things work.
I get forward thinking. I think as a country you've got things which a lot of other countries would love to have, and you're blessed with that. I think when you go over there you do things in a way bigger and better than everyone else. I think you go over there and you think, it's quite grandiose, it's got lots of things about it, and that's kind of the thing I really like it. And I think as well it's quite nice to actually share similarities with a country, and I think when you go to America you really do feel like it's not a massive change, or it's not a massive leap, and it's quite comforting, I guess, for British people when you go over, because it doesn't feel too different.
We feel that way about you guys.
I love the culture, the positivity, the food, the beautiful landscape.
I think I love how much variety there is in one place. Like I think they say something about how many people don't have a passport in America because you don't need to come out because you can see so much within.
Yes,
so I think
true.
I love that, to have so much variety on your doorstep.
It's usually the first place to have stuff. So all the new foods or technology, blah blah blah, America has it. And then we're like, when's it going to come to the UK?
I think
do you guys feel that way? I'm curious.
Choice and variety. So when it comes to people, maybe even places you can go or things you can eat, it just seems like there's absolutely everything there. I mean, we have tons and tons of stuff here, but it's not mostly readily available everywhere.
Ooh.
Trump. The corruption is so good in America.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than England because They get everyone to stay hush hush, earn a certain amount of money, and not be as successful.
Guns.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
I've got to say Trump. How on earth they could vote for Trump?
Probably how mixed religion is into your politics.
Yeah.
So many arguments for and against things. They'd be
Excellent.
like, oh, why are you against this? Oh, because it's against my religion, so therefore we should outlaw it.
Yeah.
I have a real problem with that.
I hear you.
Yeah, actually, I don't like police, like your police America, like, wow, like that is crazy.
So I feel like people subscribe to franchises way too much in America. I feel like it's really franchised. Like I feel like
Yeah.
everything's just like a walking brand. Like it just doesn't feel as. I feel like at least with London, like you get a lot more personality from it, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people copied off
Like
McDonald's.
tons of cars or something.
McDonald's was the first franchise, if I'm not mistaken, and then a lot of places followed suit on that. Because once you start in one place, you go across the United States, and you can just make a killing financially, and branching out to the rest of the world, that's another thing. But if you get the whole United States, that's the goal.
Like emitting, a lot of fuels, emissions. But the thing is, I feel like I don't know if I feel America is definitely like a big producer of all that stuff, but it's just so like everyone uses cars, and I don't know. It just feels like it's an easy thing to say.
It's kind of the kind of people who are in our eyes probably like bigots. Like I think for me the big thing is like everyone needs to be inclusive in the world. I come from London. I'm from a city where there's so many different people that you can talk to, and every single day you experience a different culture, a different way of life, and that's what makes this country great. And there's certain people in America when you watch them on TV that you just listen to and you're like you're slightly backward in your thinking.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Fair point.
The feeling that they think they're the best in the world.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
Am I allowed to say Trump?
Absolutely.
Trump.
Okay, yep, that's fair.
And not so much him, but like what he represents, which is kind of quite an insular, or it seems to me anyway, a kind of insular mentality.
Excellent
which
point.
doesn't sort of encourage that idea of liberation and inclusivity, which I think to me is what America stands for. So yeah, I find that really a weird break in.
I love that a lot of the interviewers, like your average, I guess, British citizen, the thoughts are well put together. They're thought out and explained succinctly. I mean, I'm sure there's some cutting on this, but Americans, they just say like, I have this gut feeling,
America, I suppose.
I think it's sort of the nationalism is wonderful in so many ways, but sometimes, like you say, a bit insular, and the sort of the American pride is wonderful in so many ways, but slightly
have a darker side.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what I don't like coming as an outsider into it.
Donald Trump.
Popular
Portion sizes.
portion size, make them smaller.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. I suppose it's just all the things you hear about. All of the problems that are going on with the country and the people who are running it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, hey man, my name's Dan, and I live on a farm. I'd like to say that my accent's alright, but that's just what English people say.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't believe it, man. I just can't believe it. The whole gang's gone. Louis, Snake Eyes, Ritzy, Angelo.
Hello, how's it going? I had the most amazing time in Cali. We were on Venice Beach. It was so gorgeous.
Okay, that is more of a Southern California, probably gay accent.
So I was walking down the street and
My name is Greta.
It's what I can do, like.
Oh my god, I cannot believe he dropped the baby again.
Hey y'all, my name's James. Gonna get a hamburger and fries. There we go.
Nope.
I want to get a cup of coffee in Boston.
That's the Boston
For me
accent.
to say, I don't know, like my best American accent. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Southern.
How you doing?
Italian immigrant. Okay.
That's good.
I want hamburgers and fries.
That's good.
That's not bad.
Hey, my name is Danny. I love burgers, and I'm obese. And I'm sorry, that's really
it's a tough one.
Danny, appreciate you doing this, man. All right, so in conclusion, that is what the English think of the Americans. It's been a long day, a long trip.
All right, guys, that's James check him out. He's got some interesting stuff. I'm going to do some more if this works out rather well. I thought this was interesting. It was fun. I like this channel. If you liked it too, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it if you'd subscribe it. And at least definitely hit that like button. It's right there. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later.